I would like to call on stage the Product Marketing Director of Talentsoft. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Elodie Champagnin. Hey, Elodie.
Hola, muy buenos días a todos, and welcome to our 2019 Summer Product Launch. I'm very happy to see you again this morning to share with you the latest achievements of our product and R&D teams. But before that, I would like to talk to you about something that is in everyone's mind, something that is spreading at a very, very intense pace. Something that is forcing us to sit up and pay attention. I'm talking about disruptive innovation. On purpose, I tried to make it sound a bit scary, because it's what most of people feel when they hear the word disruption, right? But let's see what you guys think. You should have downloaded the Club Talentsoft mobile app. So you are allowed to take your smartphone now. And if you click on the product launch section, you will see a question appear. The question is, what comes first to your mind when you hear the word disruption? So take the time to give your answer. What do you think? It may be an opportunity for growth for you. Do you think that it's a symbol of uncertainty, that it's nothing except a buzzword, or the end of traditional business models? So we have some time. You can select your answer. We see here on the screen your different propositions. And we can see that we are not all aligned with what we put behind the word disruption. So I think we can stop here. We see your different opinion, different understanding. That's great. At Talentsoft, we are convinced that we can transform disruption into a real opportunity. The condition for that is to boldly embrace the disruptive innovation that come our way and to implement concrete solutions. What is dangerous, is safe thinking. Thinking that we don't have to change our patterns of thoughts and behaviors in the workplace, while outside company doors, disruption is pushing transformation at breakneck speed. While the outside world is preparing for huge disruptions, like climate change, alpha cities, blockchain technology, we all, as organizations, can't remain stagnant. If we want to take advantage of disruption, we have to reinvent the way we work together. We have to be the driving factor behind change. We have to pave the way internally to prepare us for what's happening externally. So throughout the next hour, we will explore three ways that Talentsoft can help you HR and business leaders, to face, to embrace, and go beyond disruption before your business gets disrupted. Let's get started. The first part of this product launch is all about trend spotting. In other words, how we can spot the major trends, the upcoming disruptors, and prepare organizations and our talents for such a change. And that's not easy, because disruption always comes with uncertainty. Let's have a look at this statistic, for example. 65% of children, what do you think it is? Anyone? No. So 65% of children who are entering primary school today will have a job in the future that doesn't exist yet. So what are the jobs they will occupy? What are the skills that will be required for these jobs? We don't know. That's why at Talentsoft, we want to bring concrete solutions to this concrete disruption. And this example is only one aspect of disruption. There are more than that. Let's have a look at the business world. I would like you to hear from one of our customers who operated a complete transformation to prepare the next 20 years. I'm talking about Line Data, a global software provider, and it's my pleasure to call on stage their Chief People Officer and Group HR Director, Lauriane Le Chalony, with our Product Marketing Manager, Julie Fritel.
Hi, everyone.
Hi, everyone. Hi, Lauriane.
Hi.
So, to start, can you explain what disruptions did Line Data have to anticipate?
Not a small one first. It all started when we started to celebrate our 20 years anniversary. At this key moment of our history, we were thinking, how do we make sure we will be celebrating the 20 next year? How do we keep our positioning? How do we keep our employees up to date with the skills, with a lot of seniority, so transfer of knowledge? So we faced, I think, 3 disruptions at this moment. Technology. We had many products. We decided, how can we regroup them? Skills. How do we make sure we will have the right skills for the needs we have? And business model. We were really focused on software, but how can we make sure that in 20 years, we answer to our client needs with one offering? We need to multiply this.
Very interesting. Could you tell me, how did Line Data succeed in this transformation?
So we decided we needed to start first with our image, who we are. So we changed completely our branding, a new logo, a new website. With that, then we say, okay, we need to increase our offering. Software, we added services to it, thanks to 2 acquisitions we did in 2017 and 18. Then we said, okay, now how do we make sure we have the right information for our clients to take decisions? We added data through a partnership. Second step then was, okay, we have this ready, we changed the business model, but we need everyone to be on board with this new strategy. Communication and transparency. We communicated to all managers and employees. We explained where we want to go, where we want to head at, and how they need to join us to do so, to embrace the transformation together. This, as well, was through the technology. Many products, we need to regroup them in one single platform we call AMP. So this AMP program is an online SaaS module where you can pick and choose the modules you want with the best features of all our products. So it's a big change, a big technological change, new architecture in our software. So it was a big change. So then we do, how do you make sure all employees will be on board with that? So we come to HR. And we created a new job, global HR function, which was not existing before. This is me. So what did we do? We tried to make sure all employees will come on the train with us, will not stay at the beginning of the transformation, but really come on board with us, follow us. So we started with really strong foundations program. Maybe easy for some of you, but for us it was a big transformation. Job mapping program with a skills referential for all employees. But foundation is a good thing, but we wanted to be ahead of that. So we changed it a little bit the way we did it. What did we create it? An online platform we called My Career Studio, where you can select your job you have today, the job you want to do tomorrow, list the skills you have to have in the new job because everything is ready with behaviors expected. And this comparison directly gives you your own training plan. Everything is online, and it will be connected to our new e-learning platform we are launching in 2 weeks, fingers crossed. And with that, we really hope everyone can be actor of the career and really into it and see where we're heading. So HR had a big transformation on many projects. I'm not going to go into all details, or Talentsoft won't be speaking today. So, but it was really the key elements we implemented.
Wow, that's very impressive. Would you have any advice to give our audience on driving such a strategic change in their company?
First thing I think is take risk. Disruption is scary for everyone, but it's better to fail trying than not doing anything. We have plenty of people in the room here who faced transformation and did great things. So my second advice will be ask for help. benchmark yourself, ask to other people what they have done, you will find great ideas. And I think, Talentsoft was really helpful for us. We review all our processes and policies, and all consultants from Talentsoft were there, to share ideas, best practices. This was really great. Video Talent as well was a company who helped us a lot on reviewing the employer branding, our image on the market with a new technological platform. And this was really helpful for us to not only transform ourselves inside but outside as well. And my last advice, I think, will be communication and transparency. If you want people to follow you, if you want the things to work, you need to say what you want to do. So transparency, take risks, and ask around yourself.
Wow. Thank you very much, Lauriane. You've all heard that, right?
Thank you.
Thank you. Now, you are all probably asking yourselves, how can Talentsoft help you preparing for the future of work? Well, to answer this question, let's imagine a scene where I am head of transformation at a company called Global Jimenez, operating in the manufacturing industry. Our main challenge is to make sure we upskill and reskill our workforce to prepare them for the new wave of automation. Our priority is to take care of our operators in our factories. And to help me with that, I would like to welcome on stage one of our product owners at Talentsoft, who will play the role of Director of Operations, Camille Peyrecave. Hi, Camille.
Hi, Julie.
So, before we start designing the right plans to train and enable our operators, I'd like to have a quick look at the current situation in terms of skills and competencies. Could you show me the gaps we might have?
Sure, I'll be very glad. So let's have a look at our analytics solution. So here we will start with the performance analytics page. As you can see, I have several prepackaged dashboards on skill assessed for all of my teams. The results I have is based on the appraisal campaigns, but as well on the employees' declared competencies. So what's the real power of this solution? I can edit very easily this personalized graph to adjust it to my need. Here, I select the operation team. So I just need, by 2 clicks, to select the team I want. Very easily as well, with a drag and drop, I will adjust the dimensions I need. So what's the benefit? This solution has been natively designed to calculate and measure real-time indicators. So for us, Julie, for the operation team, we have 27% of our workforce today who do not reach the required level for the skill, computer numerical skill. But don't worry, we have a global training plan that is prepared.
Well, I think it's a very good start to close the gap of hard skills on a short-term basis. But we also need to anticipate the long term to be sure our operators are prepared for this new transformation. And I'm sure you're all wondering, how can we anticipate this future organization?
I'm sure they are. It's about creating the transformation center we've been discussing about. The goal here is to create an organizational unit dedicated to the thinking of skills for tomorrow and as well to adapt our organization for the future.
Challenge accepted. So, I propose we directly start designing our new organization in our Talentsoft Hub solution. Our flexible core HR allows managing all types of organizations, from big decentralized groups to small companies, and all types of employees, from interns to freelancers. So, to anticipate and support this new transformation center, let's jump to our organizational structure, which describes our different entities on a hierarchical basis. Here, as you can see, our entities are displayed as a tree-like list, but as the solution is completely adapted to my need, I can easily switch to the organizational chart view for a better visualization. So Camille, let's say we will open officially our transformation center within the 2 following months. So all I have to do is start creating the new version of my organizational structure in July 2019, and I can do so in a few clicks. And now what remains is creating this new transformation center as part of my future version. I just have to fill in key details and save.
Wow, that's very easy. But now, what do you think, Julie, about creating a position to help us launching this new center? Maybe an operator lead part-time?
I agree. To create this position, I propose we take a look at Talentsoft Position Management. This solution allows designing and managing position structures, all while helping in planning future recruiting needs. In this interface, we manage the position structure as a versioned organizational chart. On the right-hand side of the screen are displayed the key details of a selected position, including the number of employees attached and which employees. So, I already have my new position structure ready for July 2019. So all I have to do is start creating this new operator lead position as part of my future version. I'll fill in all the mandatory and key fields. I'll relate it to a parent position, which will be the director of operations. And I'll also attach this position to the organizational relationships, which are the new transformation center we just created together, and the global headquarters. And I also relate it to a job, which will be the operator lead one, of course. And here, I'll also define that the position requires a 50% full-time equivalent. And I can do so because Talentsoft Hub was designed from the start to support managing employees and freelancers, as well as employees with concurrent jobs, all in one intuitive interface. And in the future, I'll also be able to define the skills required for this specific position. All right, I think we are done. And as you can see, my new position now appears in our future position structure.
Well, that's great. But I'm sure the audience is wondering, we have a new position, but what about the recruiting process?
Well, Camille, the position we just created now automatically appears in our vacancy dashboard. And because Talentsoft is a fully integrated solution, we can here launch the recruiting process by creating a vacancy directly in our Talentsoft recruiting module. And once the right person will be hired, he will be attached to his new position through his employee file, which is the intuitive interface to consolidate and manage all employee data.
Well, so from one screen, you can adjust your organization, people-based or position-based. So I think we are done. But now I'd like to get back to my role as a director of operation for our operation team. I'd like them to be trained on soft skills, because when they will be fully trained on computer numerical skill, I will need to train them to prepare them for the long term. So to do so, I need to have a training offer on soft skills. So you know, Julie, it's like creativity, how to adapt in a fast-moving environment, critical thinking, this kind of offer.
And this is exactly where our brand new Talentsoft content platform will help. It is a content-as-a-service platform already composed of more than 6,000 resources, supporting learning and development managers' biggest challenge. Propose the most relevant and adapted content to support today and tomorrow's skill needs.
So I suggest to have a look at Talentsoft content. So in this interface, you can see we've built the experience on B2C standards to make it very intuitive and very user-friendly. I have a selection of exclusive channels selected by learning experts. The content we have here comes from the different partners we work with, but we can work with any other training provider, and that's the power of it. So let's have a look for our operation team, one of the class. I propose we have access to the first one, the Creativity Bootcamp. By just opening one of it, I can see the content. Here, it's composed of quizzes and videos. This kind of format will be good for us. It engages the learners. It's available as well in different languages, so we can target all of our operators, both in English and in French. The objective seems to fit what I'm looking for the team, so that's good. Like any movie or series, I can get a whole preview of the class to see if it fits my need as well. And if it's a training path, I can see the different episodes composing it, and for each of them as well get a preview.
You know what, Camille? I think it's amazing how complete the solution is, and I really love the diversity of this content. So I guess we should book this training for our operators. Can we do that from the platform?
Yes, and very easily. So let's say I'll book it for 30 of them. What I just need to do is use the credits we already bought. It will add it directly to my own content, and we will be able to add it to each operator's training playlist. And by that, they will access this training whenever and wherever they want.
That's fantastic. So I think we have launched successfully the first milestones to anticipate the grand opening of our new transformation center. And to be honest, I can't wait to be there.
Yeah, I'm sure the team will be very pleased as well.
Thank you very
everyone.
much.
Bravo, bravo. Thank you very much, Julie and Camille, for showing us how we can spot the major competency gaps with Talentsoft HR Analytics, and how we can both work on the short and the long term with Talentsoft Hub and Talentsoft content. Of course, a big thank you to our special guest today, Lauriane Le Chalonny. Thank you for sharing how you have driven your transformation to keep line data ahead of competition. Thank you. So what you've seen is both short-term and long-term plans to prepare for disruption at the organization level. Now you will see the concrete changes we need to operate at the people level. I have a question. In your companies, when you ask, why do we do this? Or why do we do it this way? Have you ever heard the answer, well, that's the way it is. It's our process. We have always done it this way. I'm sure you have. Because in our companies, we always have our format for meetings, processes for decisions, channels for communication. But what if we could ditch the conventional top-down patterns we used to work in? What if we let employees shape their own space for collaboration and communication? What if we liberate their full potential to push them beyond what has always been done? In the coming thing, you will see how a manager will get the most out of collaborative solutions to build her team, and how an employee is guided to take his next step. I would like to call on stage this employee for today, one of our customer success manager, Jörn Schulze-Kölig.
Hi everyone. So, as Elodie mentioned, we are now going to talk about or see how Talentsoft is supporting collaborative and open environments, where managers and employees are encouraged to take initiative and stay connected with their organization. In today's scene, I'm an employee of the Talentsoft IT team. And as I'm not in the office right now, as you can see, I'm here on stage, I will use the Talentsoft mobile app to stay connected and have all my information at my fingertips in real time. Talentsoft really embraces this consumer-like experience where employees can leverage the best of their company's opportunities. And now I want to show you how we can do that. So I'm now in the app where I can connect with my coworkers, welcome newcomers, and follow up on important information and resources from my organization. Talentsoft also integrates with innovative partners throughout the whole HR industry. And therefore, I can easily access third-party services like, for example, reporting my expenses on the go. This can be really easy for me now to expense my sangria and cervezas IT in Barcelona. So let me get back to the wall, because I was notified by the app that the product innovation team is looking for new talents to join their team. And I want to check out these opportunities immediately. All I need to do is go to the job openings block, and now the app will provide me with a list of opportunities or career opportunities within my organization, which are based on my interests. I also can go faster and use the search history And there I have the possibility to tag keywords I've used quite often in the past weeks, which now will bring me to the opportunity of the social and mobile tag engineer. All I need to do now is explore the opportunity, see if my qualification will meet the requirements, and also can use the job location tool to calculate the distance from my current job to the job I would like to apply for. So I would say, this job looks like a good match for me. All I need to do now is click on the apply button. And as you can see, it literally took me 2 seconds to apply. And that's the power of mobile, where we as internal employees don't have to spend a lot of time applying, because Talentsoft has already all the career information available. So now I can go to my profile where I have the opportunity to follow up on my favorite job offers or check the recruitment status of my application at a glance. And here I can see that the Talentsoft HR team already approved my application. You can see we like to move fast at Talentsoft. So after this, I can now go to my profile. It looks like I'm a little bit fast. But on the profile, on the app also allows me to easily reach out to my future manager, where I now have the possibility and ask my future manager, Laura, to see if she has time to meet for coffee and discuss my onboarding plan. With that said, now I would like to call on stage Laura, and not to talk with the coffee about me or drink a coffee with me, but to continue the journey from a manager perspective. Thank you.
Hi everyone, my name is Laura, and in this scene, I'm the head of product innovation at Talentsoft. As you've heard, I've been given an exciting challenge. To face the pace of innovation, I have obtained 2 new positions to fill within my team. And I want people who are skilled for social and mobile technologies. I've already hired Jörn internally. So today, I want to leverage the talent pools that we've been nurturing externally. And to find this second talent, I'm going to use our candidate management relationship tool, Hello Talent. Hello Talent is built on the concept of large-scale aggregation and uses the power of networks to source the best candidates. And it has just introduced a new AI feature called the Smart Assistant. From this page, I can easily see what's happening in my R&D pools and keep track of my important to-do actions. These indicators help me build relationships with passive candidates that most of the time aren't ready to move. However, if I click on the last block called Ready to Move Candidates, I am taken to a new list of candidates that have been selected by the Smart Assistant. So what is the key concept here? Well, I'm going to show you that AI truly changes hiring from a reactive to a proactive process. If I click on the 90% ready, I can see how the algorithm works. And the way it works is that it is making movement predictions based on real-time candidate data. For example, the time and duration of all the positions occupied by a candidate, the languages they speak, their education level. So right now, I am actually looking at a pool of candidates who are currently in a position, but according to what AI found, are likely to move to another job soon. More than that, the candidate ranking sorts a list of top talents based on the data already available in Hello Talent. So, of course, I've clicked on the candidate that has the best matching score. So let's have a closer look at Jane's profile. If I scroll down, I will retrieve the tags that were added to specify a competency or soft skill, but also, because Hello Talent is a collaborative tool, all the comments that have been given by my team members when we actually started interacting with her. And that's reassuring because they all thought she was a great match. Now, why does this matter so much? Well, because my goal as a manager is not only to recruit, I mean, that's easy. No, my goal is to build great teams with people who actually fit together. And Hello Talent allows for it. Now, to go on with the hiring process, I'm going to send Jane's profile immediately to our recruiting solution and plan the interview. So I don't know if there are recruiters or hiring managers in the room, but you may know that finding availability from interviewers can be time-consuming, right? Well, not anymore with Talentsoft Recruiting's latest feature, interview scheduling. All I need to do is access the recruiting module, and directly on Jane's profile, I am able to request the interview. Here, I can select the job application that was just assigned to Jane, as well as the title and comments. On the next page, I will be able to choose the length of the interview, the time period, for example, next week, time zone, time slot, and location that best suit me. Now that I've set my requirements, I can finally select the group of interviewers that I want to invite in order to find these best matching time slots. And here they are. I have 3 interviewers. And now, because I can query multiple calendars, I can see when several calendars are free at the same time. It then shows me the availability based on users' real-time schedules. Then, it only takes seconds to drop the interview into an available time slot and confirm. So once the interview is booked, the interview will be synced to everyone's calendars, and I am able to notify both the interviewers and the candidate with this context-rich invite. So I can't wait to meet with Jane, but this will happen next week, I mean in the near future. But now you may remember that Jorn and I recently had a coffee together to start discussing his first objectives. Well, he's been on board for a week now, so it's time for me to see how he's doing. Let's open up Talentsoft Continuous Conversation, which is our innovative performance management solution dedicated to team collaboration and development. This is the space where I can see my team activity at a glance. As managers, and I'm pretty sure you will agree, we need this continual guidance process that better supports both our employees and the pace of modern business. And I actually know some of you in the audience today, like Chantel or Toyota, are also disrupting their employee performance process with continuous conversation. But let's get started and filter on Jorn's board. Like for any of my team members, I've asked Jorn to define 3 to 4 ambitious objectives and connect them to smaller, measurable projects called key results. If I click on one of his key results, let's say Shadow 3 product managers, I can access the full details of the project he's working on. Description, comments, progress. But you know, at Talentsoft, when we talk about projects, we talk about teamwork. And one of the ways we ensure this culture is real is by giving employees the ability to work with people from their team or outside of their team, thanks to this contributor section. And here I can see that Jorn has already chosen 3 contributors, which in this case are the 3 product managers that he wants to shadow. You have to know that as contributors, these people will be able to provide Jorn with feedback. But not feedback as part of an assessment process, no. Feedback that will allow him to understand what he did well and what he can do even better. So, I've talked about collaboration being at the heart of our processes. And to get a global overview of how satisfied my team is when it comes to teamwork, I can use my team wall of feedback, which is a brand new dedicated page that consolidates all feedback ever sent or received by my team members. Why is it important? Because feedback is a driving factor of engagement, and we believe that increasing its visibility also increases its impact. So from what I can read here, Jörn seems to be performing quite well. So let's see if someone else in my team requires my support. And for that matter, I'm going to use our built-in dashboards for real-time data about my team's performance. These dashboards allow managers and HR to track the overall progress of objectives and key results, and quickly identify those projects or employees who need attention. For example, if I look at the chart that displays their objectives and deadlines, I see that 2 objectives have a target date coming up in less than a month. If I click on the chart bar, I can access the detailed data behind the figure. And what catches my attention here is that the first objective, called Improve Employee Engagement, is due in 10 days. But somehow, the completion rate is only 40%. So what can I do? Well, I can take action by just clicking on the objective and adding a comment, for example, to suggest a meeting. Can any of you plan a meeting to discuss potential obstacles? And you know what? Maybe it'll just be a question of readjusting the deadline. But how can you understand where your problems come from if you do not talk them through? So this is how we allow employees to feel connected, empowered, and to take ownership over their work. And this is how we allow our businesses to thrive. Thank you.
Bravo. Thank you very much, Laura and Jörn, for this great presentation. Thank you for showing us how we can all liberate our potential as individuals and as teams. This is what we need concretely to turn disruption into an opportunity. Through boosting constantly opportunities to our talents, through reinventing the way we connect with candidates with AI, through accelerating the hiring process with automation. So the 7 innovations you have seen until now are already in production, and you can ask your Talentsoft contact to activate this feature. In this third part of the product launch, we have decided to share with you one of our strategic initiatives. As you know, the way we design our new products is people-centric, because we believe that no matter which disruption will impact the labor market in the future, human values, collaboration, and adaptability will make our organization successful. How do we reach this success? I think we have a challenge, because on the one hand, we have to develop our talents individually to maximize their impact at work. And on the other hand, we have to ensure they can work perfectly well together to create the best teams. This is what will really make the difference. To get more details, I would like to call on stage our Director of Operations, Justus Geist.
I apologize you had to see this, but I never lose a bet, especially not with Gartner. So thank you for that. Good morning, everyone. I think you guys had a couple of sangrias too much last night. Good morning, everyone. Thank you very much. I think Elodie mentioned something extremely important: teamwork. In today's business environment for HR and managers, it is really key that we are able to build the best teams. We can no longer rely on that lone individual that will save our business. We need to get the best people together. And this is where we can no longer rely on org charts, hierarchical structures, that our own knowledge of what team, what person works in what team suffices. We need help, and this is where, for us, technology will come in. Now, we already have a lot of information about our people in Talentsoft. We have their job profiles, information about their mobility wishes, about their career aspirations, certifications, trainings, and much, much more. In the future, what we want to do is augment that even further. We'll work with Microsoft and their graph technology, and Ben Summers will be able to talk you through it in just a moment. And once we have all that information about those people, what do? Well, we need feedback. We need content-relevant feedback that we're now able to get. Because we need feedback that we can trust and make our decisions. And once we have that, what we want to do is bring HR into the flow of work. What you'll see behind me in just a second is our Talentsoft assistant, our chatbot. And it will be no longer just within Talentsoft, but also within an external platform such as Microsoft Teams. Why? Well, because we believe that for us, HR is not a singular event once or twice a year. It has to be on a daily basis. We have to be able to bring HR to our people every day. We no longer have the luxury to sit back and wait for them to come to us. A second part that we'll integrate is natural language processing, NLP. In layman's terms, an algorithm that will be able to scan text and then, based on that text, identify not only keywords but meaning, implicit meaning that we may have missed. So in this example behind us, we have, for example, a text that I entered around a presentation for this employee in front of an international audience. Now, in an international audience can mean that she has language skills that have not yet been declared. And this is, of course, an extreme error within the skills framework, because she may not have been considered for projects that required this essential skill. The machine here comes in and augments us. It will allow us to find skills, hidden skills that have not yet been declared by the manager or the employee. And once we have all that information, what do we do with it? Well, it comes full circle again. We need to build great teams. And with the Talentsoft Project Team Builder, you'll be able to do just that. You will have information about the people, the opportunities, and what do we do now? Well, we bring the right people together. And this is what we'll do here, not only based on skill, but also on fit. What people work best together? What is the success rate of these people working together? This is what we want to get at, and this is what we want to do with the Project Team Builder. So all of our innovation is about finding the right people, the best people that work together, and building great teams together in the future. This is what we want to do at Talentsoft, and this is what we want to do with you. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Justus. Thank you, Justus. Very nice to see the future of skills detection coming soon at Talentsoft, and how bringing HR in the flow of work will improve the quality of information we collect and measure in our HR processes. You know, as always, we co-create our products with you guys. So if some of you want to apply to our beta program for these features, feel free to join us and visit us on the pre-sales booth after the session. So over the past hour, we discussed about disruption and how we can best prepare our organizations and our talent for disruption. So I hope you are now convinced, as we are, that you can turn disruption into a real opportunity, and that Talentsoft offers the best-in-class solution to guide you in the future of work. How? By working both on the short and long term with Talentsoft Core HR, and to close the skills gap with our Talentsoft Learning Full Suite. By leveraging AI to better connect with candidates, to better know people at work, and to take a better advantage of feedback. And by reinventing skills management, to better connect people to opportunities and people to other people. I have one last thing. We all know that technology will continue growing at a very fast pace. We will work closely to robots soon, for sure. But no worry, we can design our own space in the workplace. So let's adapt our patterns to liberate the full potential of our teams. Individually, let's pave the way internally to reveal our singularity. Because unique people all together make the best teams. This is what we want to continue doing with you, our unique customer, our unique partners. Thank you very much.
Je suis unique. Ich bin einzigartig. Je suis unique. I am unique.
Je suis unique.
Soy único.
Je suis unique.
Io sono unica.
Je suis unique.
Watashi wa watashi desu.
Je suis unique.
Ik ben uniek.
Unique, je suis.
Ja unikальна. Je suis unique.
Je suis unique.
أنا فريدة من نوعي.
Yo soy única.
Je suis unique.
أنا مميز. Je suis unique. Soy único.
Je suis unique. أنا مميزة. Je suis unique. I am unique.
Soy único.
Ik ben uniek.
Je suis unique.